Okay, we're going to get started in a minute. Just want to make sure you can all hear me. So just leave a message in the chat if you can hear me and if it's clear. Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me? Oh, you can hear me now. Okay, cool. So let's get started. Well, welcome to everyone. Thank you for coming onto the live call. It's going to be a quick one, about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, just to give you an update and to tell you what's going on. So as a lot of you know, obviously, I had to take a few months out. Literally, couldn't work, couldn't do nothing, due to not just this business but other things as well. So it was health related. But I'm back and much more healthy now, and in a much better position to deliver on what we started a few months ago, or a little while ago. So in this quick live call, I just wanted to go over the plan for those of you who have obviously started again and joined in with the Flipper offer, so that we can just get started straight away and just detailing exactly what we're going to do going forward. So I know a lot of you from before. You have, some of you have outstanding templates and so on that we need to get done. So that's going to be done ASAP. We're going to start off with there. So we have set a time frame within the next week to get started on all of those templates and get them delivered and just get started. I also wanted to give you an overview of what we're going to do to take your templates and your Flipper templates to 5,000 a month. As I said, that was what I want to do with a lot of you lot who are still with me. So I'm going to give you some examples. So as you can see, if you see here, um, this is about 3,000 transactions, and it's done about almost 500,000 from selling the templates that we're going to sell. So you can see that what we want to do is we want to get about a minimum of 8 templates up and running each week. And obviously, if you sell it for 100 USD, that's 800. If you sell it for 300 USD, that's 2,400 a week. So what you can see here is each one people would bid on. So obviously, he's got $35, $65, $60, $35, and this is just the initial starting $50, similar to us with flights, and so on. $99, $99. So you can see that it's going to add up. So how I'm going to effectively do this is the plan long term is to launch 33 of these a week, which would get you to the goal of 3,000 to 30,000 a month. And it's simple. Once everyone has their own copy, so once I've set everyone up, which I've done already, I'll find an example in a minute. But let's just click on a flight's website, which is what we're doing as well. So once everyone has their own unique copy, which is the copy is just this part here, you can sell it again and again and again and again, and that's where the revenue is generated from. So if obviously, as I said, if you have 33 of them for sale each week, and you sell at 100, that's 3 grand a week, and so on. So that is the general idea of the process. And I've sent some of you it from before, so some of you have already got domains, so we can use them. Some of you need to get new domains as well, so we can speed up the process. In the document, now we have a document and a system where you can launch the whole domain with my team, so that I'm not the bottleneck and I'm not getting in the way, so that it can be done a lot faster. And this was sent to some of you already, and I'll send it to the rest of you lot who obviously are in the school group. And the school group is here. So what we've done is I've moved it over to a new group, just so that it's, we start again and it's a fresh start, new energy. So some of you I know had joined the old group, so we need to get you shifted over to this one. But the link will be I'll paste the link in the chat, so you lot can join. But yeah, so that's the new group, and yeah. So once you're in that group, I will obviously post updates and so on. But so you can do it yourselves and follow the instructions. So here, for those of you who haven't launched the first template, I've got a link here, and you can obviously, this is for flights. This is just a standard one, so you can follow it and launch your first flights template quickly. And obviously, for those of you who join partnership, there's two ways I'm going to do it. So some of you are going to get unique templates, and some of you are going to get different copy for the same market. So for flights, for example, obviously there's multiple people who are selling it, so we can just use different copy, not the same copy. So that would be unique, or you'll get a unique template. So either one of those would work, in terms of generating sales. And the good news is, because it's only once you've bought the template for $40, your costs are $30 plus a domain. And if you sell one template for 100 to 300, you're covering 3 template costs, launches, up to 9. So basically, once you start getting 1 or 2, it's a numbers game. So if we launch 8, you can cover most of your costs with about 3 or 4 sales, and then by the 5th, you're at profit. And then 6, 7, 8, you're at really a lot of profit. So we don't have to sell every template. That's another thing I want to make clear as well. You don't have to, not every template has to be sold. So, don't worry about it. Some of them won't sell straight away, but as long as out of the 8 to 33 that we launch, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them sell, you'll be fine. And another thing as well, we won't launch another template until basically the previous one has been sold. So once the previous template has been sold, then we will launch another template, and that's the system we'll go through. So in a situation, in the case of flights, for example, let's just say we launch it for 30 days, and it doesn't sell. We won't launch another one until it does. Usually they sell a lot quicker. We have other processes as well, which I would train you up to actually encourage buyers to buy the templates. One of them is to reduce the price. So let's just say we're selling it for $197. We can reduce it to $150, and that would encourage people to buy. So no matter what happens, I just want to make sure that we win and we get sales. So I know a lot of you know some of the markets. I've spoken about it before. So we have flights, we have Shopify stores as well that we can sell. So things like this. It's just a simple Shopify store. It's because it's set up, it's designed nice. My team will design it for you, and this one sold for $225. And again, you've got pets, which is another market as well that we can do. This one sold for $410, $300, and even more advanced methods like this sold for $1,500, and so on. So, but to keep it simple, and so Scott has a question: what affects whether a template will sell for 100 versus 300? So effectively, it's more on there's not necessarily anything that affects it directly, unless you're going for a higher price. So at that 100 to 300 range, it just depends how we price it, and it depends what buyers we attract. So if we attract the right buyers, they will pay for the same template at 300. So that's why we try different price points. At $1,000, you might want to add a bonus, a domain, for example, that has value. So in a situation, I don't know if I have an example. Yeah, here you go. So this is how you can increase the price. So we can find domains that are more valuable than that have a value. So you use a website like GoDaddy. When you enter in the domain name, you can find out how much it's worth, and then we can increase the price. So these are the things we can do. So one is domains. Another one is bonuses as well. So I obviously have the skills to train them up on how to monetize these websites. So we can offer a bonus to say we'll teach you how to drive paid traffic to these websites. So that would also increase the value. I will get together, Scott, a document with all the proven ways that we can increase the value so we can charge more. Because yes, some of these templates can sell for $1,000 with the right value, so that it can add up to a substantial amount of money. There was a recipe site, if I could find it, that had sold for 1,000. But yeah, so I can get that information to you. So like, if we look at the one that sold for $410, in effect, it's the same process. It's just a template, but you see, it's a 13-year-old domain name. So it's obviously an older domain name, which I can show you the process to do. And it's just there's nothing else really special about it, except for the domain name. So again, it's quite simple. We just run these templates, and we change the pricing strategy, and we can basically generate anywhere from $67 to $100 to $200 to $300 to $400 from these templates at just a cost, effectively, of a domain name and the flipper cost, which is obviously they take their $30 per template, and you can get your domains for $10. So you can see, if you sell one for $300, you've covered the cost of almost 8 more launches. So effectively, it'll pay for itself as we. Great. Yeah, can you hear me, Scott? Now, am I back? Okay, great. So yeah, so I've got a team now, and this is what I was saying before, because obviously I just did way too much. That was my first launch, my first big launch, and I just took way too much on my plate. So now I have a team. So we email them. So if you go into the document when you're launching your template, so when you go through this process, you buy the domain, you get access to the template. Obviously, once you have it, you can just use the same one again. So it's a one-off payment, and then you're done. You can email here. He's the head of the tech, Karen, and you just basically say, "Hi, my website is ready." So let's just say your website's called flights.com. You just say, "Hi, my website is ready for the flights template," and then you send him an email, and he will then basically upload the template to your website. And then once he's done, you can just launch it. France, yeah. So it's just, you just have to go to flipper.com. That's all. So it's not that you'll sell half; you can sell all of them. So if you look at this guy, each one of his listings has people are going to buy. Look, every single one. So I was just saying that as a minimal, so that even if we only sell half, you still would make profit overall, let alone if you sold every single template. So that's what I meant. I know you don't have to do one listing at a time. I was just simplifying it. If we're going to do more than one listing in one market, what we want to do is change the copy. So we're not going to launch the same one. So let's just say we're doing flights here. We won't just launch this copy again and again. We'll change it to 100% automated flights website, that can create passive income. We'll just change it around. And then, yes, you could launch 1, 2, 3 in the same market. But what I would recommend is it doesn't. What I recommend is we do it basically one at a time, just to get started. So you do one in flights, one in recipes, one in coupons, one in games, whatever these markets are that we're doing, because it's loads. One in pets, whatever, depending on obviously what we work on together. But for each client or person, yes, because of Flipper, it's better to have a unique copy. But again, my team will take care of that, unless any of you lot have copy experience and you don't mind getting involved. Outside of that, my team would take care of the copy and so on. So I will give you the support document, and you can do it yourself. So if you're doing it yourself, not part of the partnership. Yeah, so I'm back. So I'm back again. So yeah, definitely you'll be able to do it yourself. Yeah, so that has been fixed now. Basically, Flipper, obviously they did not want one person, which was me, logging in from different accounts. So as long as you're the ones who are logging into your accounts, there's no issues. So now it's solved. So for example, with one client we've just launched flights. There's no issues with the account. No issues. We launched it now. So yeah, there's no issues. So all it was effectively yeah, one person. They said the same IP address cannot log into multiple different accounts. So as long as we don't do that, we're fine. Also, Darren, no problem. Just obviously shoot me an email and I'll send you the instructions of how to do it. It should be in a doc. But again, don't worry, I'll send you. So with the listings, yeah, it's pretty fast to do. You literally just have to go to philippa.com, um, type in, the domain. Sorry, not there. Go click on sell now, type in the domain, and literally it's just like a few steps. Click on this, enter this. It takes about a minute for you to do, but everything else is done. So you don't have to worry about nothing else. It's just basically given to you, you launch it, and everything else is taken care of. And if we need any support emails, we'll give you the messages for you to message them. But that's about it. Just because literally, yeah, Flipper will not allow us to log in to your account. Now, obviously, if you really want to make it easier, you can do remote viewing, and then we can log into your Flipper through remote viewing through your account. But that's a bit more complex. So for now, I guess it's easier for you to launch, but it's possible for the team to take care of everything. Yes, as well. Now, remember, competition just means there's loads of buyers. There's like tens of thousands of people on there buying all the time. So, and obviously that's why you have me as well, who knows how to make it work and knows how to stand out from the rest of these guys, so that we make sales as well. And there's loads of markets as well that most of these guys don't know about, that we will target, that is underutilized. But the more demand, the more we just have to be better templates, better copy, better pricing. That's the mindset we need to be successful, so that we win basically. Nah, no promotions. This is why I like it. We don't have to do any promotions, no extra costs. Um, just launch it on Flipper, let Flipper do all the work. The buyers are there, they're searching for these templates. If they like what they see, they buy. There's a good demand for it. Which is passive, and there's Kindle as well, which is another business. So this is the stuff that I'm going to teach you, and I want to show you some stuff to do it. But that's obviously, let's stick to Flipper, and then I'll touch on that at the end of this call. I'm only going to be about 10 more minutes, but yeah, I'll touch on it end. So everyone's getting unique templates, but they're going to be similar. So if it's flights, there's not going to be that much difference. But what I'm doing is I'm assessing how many of us is in one market, and if it's enough, then I'll move us to another market, so that obviously we're not all in the same markets. And I can, for those of you who want, we can target like 100% unique markets, but it's not essential. We just want to focus on getting the sales. As long as we get the sales, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if it's like similar to each other, as long as we're all making sales. And remember, we can adapt. So if we find that certain markets are not getting sales, I would just find better markets and we change to those markets. So obviously it's a business. We can always improve the copy, we can always improve the templates, and we can always improve the markets we go after. So in that situation, it doesn't really make a difference. So we adapt. It's not fixed. It's not just done once. It's a system that we follow, that I've been doing for years. And obviously we always learn and we can do better. And that's where you get the biggest breakthroughs anyway, when you make slight tweaks and changes going forward. And even if you lot have ideas as well to make it better, you can tell me, and then we can implement it and see if we can get more money or better, more profits from these listings. So yeah, so basically they can set up hosting, or we can offer them hosting as well. So that's another upsell we can have on the back end. It just depends on the client. A lot of them have their own hosting providers, so they might say they want it, but it's easier for them to do it. So we can offer both, yes. So I don't know if anyone has any more questions on Flipper. I'll quickly show you some examples of the other businesses that I want to teach you further down the line, and also for those of you who okay, let's stick to this then. If you have more questions, so yeah, .com's the best. Yeah, .net and other domains is not necessary, because we want to go for premium, the best value domains we can, give us the best chances of selling. So yeah, .com definitely. So if you want to continue asking me questions on Flipper, go ahead. Or do you want me to mention the other businesses that I do as well, so you can see them? Just let me know in the comments. Okay, Chris. So I do. Yeah. So basically, this is where it gets more interesting. So what I want is obviously you lot to have multiple income streams coming in all the time, like what I do. So it's a strategy that I follow. So a lot of you notice you can use Flipper for obviously competition ideas and so on. That's what I do to build out channels and to build out new ideas. So what you've got here is you've got the YouTube automation business. So this is something we'll do as well. We can sell our website, our YouTube channels here. And I'm just going to touch on this because it's obviously, it's a bit more complex, but we'll create like viral channels like this one. So it's doing about 8,000 a month. And it's a simple channel. Sorry about the audio. So yeah, it's a different channel. So I don't like necessarily doing negative type videos, but the idea is the same. So as you can see here, it's just article. It's just basically articles mixed up together in a video format. So let me show you a better example. So this is more like it. So basically, it's just simple to create videos that people are interested in. It's very similar to the articles, if you remember when we was doing obviously the other website. So we just have articles that we turn into videos like this. And let me try and put on mute so if it goes a bit loud. So yeah, so basically it's they're very easy to make type videos. So just literally images of tools, and obviously someone talking about them. And these can do anywhere from $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $10,000, and so on a month. And it's like multiple markets we can do it in to create these kind of videos and these channels. So this is in a different language, but the idea is the same. So it's just a video based business, and the profitability on them is crazy, and it's passive as well. So that's another one, and this one is the one that is really good for those of you, especially if anyone has like author skills or skills. Kindle is massive. So this is huge, Kindle, and creating basically books on Kindle. So this is doing, and it's basically another thing with Kindle. It's just set up once. So once we've set up these books, and we run ads to these books, they can work for months and months and months and months and months and months without us having to touch them. So this is an example of a book. It's like just about these cars and states. So that's a bit of a longer book to create, but some of them are more easier to create as well, like this one. So just like a simple recipe book that we won't do ourselves as well, so you understand. So we get these books outsourced, and then we just basically create it and we launch it and make profits. And the same as the videos. We don't do the videos ourselves. We get them created as well for us. Some of them AI, some of them not. And finally, because I've got 4 minutes left before I have to go, we've got eBay. Now, eBay is interesting. It's like old school arbitrage, but it's massive as well. So look, this store's doing 180 grand a month. And I do a similar process, and I'm going to teach you how to do it as well. So just selling, basically, it's just arbitrage from other websites, Amazon and so on. And we basically, from Amazon, we just charge a little bit more, and then we can effectively just scale it up. So again, that's it. I didn't want to go into too much detail, but don't worry, I'll be sending you more information on this stuff. For those of you interested, just let me know. I don't know how many of you are have joined the group. I don't know if you can see that link for the group, but yeah, get inside the group. But again, it's just so we can upload all of these templates, and obviously, and then it's just a lot easier to manage it in one place. But get into that group if you're not in it. I think a lot of you are in it already, because I know there's only like a few people on this webinar at the moment. So if you're not on it, if you're already in there, don't worry about it. If you're not, great. But yeah, Scott, yes, I should have. So yeah, you'll get the document. And yeah, so Natasha, you said how much is the service? Which service you're talking about? So yeah, so Chris, just join that group. That's to cover the hosting costs. And again, just message me what you're interested in, and I can help you going forward. And yeah, Scott, so I'll send those documents over to you. And Natasha, you were saying how much is the service? I'm not too sure which service you're talking about. Yeah, Darren, don't worry. Yeah, I told you I'm here for you lot. So I'm going to get all of that information over to you lot. I'll probably do another live webinar on Kindle and YouTube automation going forward, just to train you lot, teach you. And obviously, for those of you interested in joining me on that one, just let me know. Because, yeah, I'm here. So, yeah, so Chris, no, actually, to be honest with you, I might as well. So the group at the moment is for hosting, but technically, yeah, it should be a group where I teach all my trainers. So because obviously that's why you signed up, I will teach you all of it anyway, and you get the hosting as well. So for anyone here on the call, I know most of you are signed up already, but who signs up now, I'll teach you the trainings within the group. But technically it's meant to just be for the Flipper hosting, because yeah, that was what it was. But for you, obviously, I would also teach. So you're saying for 30 a month, you get full support to get the templates up. So yeah, I'll send you the instructions on how to do it. And that is, yeah, and then you obviously, any questions you have, you can ask the team and others. So yeah, just post. You can post in the group. I think because we're all in this together, Scott. long term, yeah, just post in the group for the non-private stuff, and yeah. It's Darren, yeah, and I'm really great because obviously I really want to help you a lot, and you know me, it's unfortunate with the health stuff, but this stuff happens. I said to you, I'm not going nowhere. You don't have to worry about that. I know there's been a bit of delay, but I'm here to help. So Chris, don't worry. I'll send you a private message to your email about how to. Just message me here. Just say, just message this email, just saying you're interested in Done For You. So just shoot me an email and then I'll get it over to you of how obviously the team will do everything, basically all the work for you, so you don't have to do nothing. But we obviously with that we share the profit 50-50 because obviously this is going to be huge amount of revenues and incomes we're going to generate going forward. But anyways, get me over to me and then yeah, we'll do all that. So yeah, the time's up. Any more like final questions anyone has before I come off? It's cool. Just let me know. Really, I just see this as long term. So I would say let's just say 6 months minimum to 12 months. But yeah, this is long term. So yeah, 6 months to 12 months. 6 months minimum. We'll do this to 50-54 because obviously I want to grow this massive. I want to grow this huge. So everyone's earning 20 grand a month, 30 grand a month. Once we get started with this, then we can invest in YouTube as well, and we can invest in the books and start getting 100 grand a month, 200 grand a month. Like really serious income. But obviously, let's start off here because this and eBay is the most simplest business models for you lot to get started with and start generating sales quickly and fast without it being too technical. Kindle's a bit more technical, YouTube's a bit more technical, but obviously we can outsource and hire more people to do it. So yeah. So say 6 months. So that's the only thing with this business model, but it's covered by us selling one template. So Flipper is a separate entity, and they basically obviously take their $30 no matter what. That's their money. They do it. So we have strategies by obviously selling enough templates. So that's why I said, even if we sold 50% of the templates, we'll still make profit. So we have to focus more on making sales and getting those templates working so that we generate money. And look at it as an investment. You're basically investing $30 to get back 100 to 200, and sometimes you're going to invest 30 and get back nothing. So what we do with the ones that don't sell is two things. We lower the price to encourage buyers, and we list it it goes into classified ad. It goes into classified. So basically it comes off of auction, but it's still on the website. So buyers can still look it up. So you can still make a sell. It might be in 40 days, it might be in 30 days, but you can still make a sell. But then what we'll do is we'll identify why it's taking so long to sell, and either we won't target that market again, or we're basically, it was just an issue. Maybe it was an issue. We made a mistake in the way we did the copy or the pricing, and we'll change it. So we're going to learn as we go along over the next 6 months, and we're going to get better and better at selling if there's any issues. So it's more having that mindset. And that's another thing I wanted to do as well. I'm glad I remembered before I got to go. I'm really, my main interest is mindset. That's my main life, like how to put people in peak state so they can achieve their goals at speed. And I'm really into like how to optimize your mind, how to so you get creative ideas so that you attract wealth and you attract money. So I'm going to give you that for free. I'm going to create my own mindset course, which is essential. The reason why I make so much money is because of my mindset. And I feel like that would make the biggest difference to you lot, so that it will be even easier for you to make money. So I'm going to release that for free. I'm going to create some videos and I want to give it to you for free, just to help you. But okay, so time's up. Again, if anyone wants to do the Done For You, just message me. I know some of you are older clients, so don't worry about that. Join the group, get in the group, and let's start working on these projects going forward. Let's start ramping them up. And if anyone's got any ideas as well for opportunities, just let me know, because I'm more. It's I really want to build a long-term family and community that because I know a lot of you look like me have children and you have families to support. So I really want this to be something that's worth it and doing this over long periods of time. So I'm here to help. But yeah, so thank you. And again, any questions, send me a message or post in the school group. And I'll see you lot later. Thank you.